accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com.
But our primary focus is bringing Javelia home. It don't matter how hot it is. We're here till we do that.
Now on News Channel 6 at 5, the search for Javelia Harris continues in Aiken County.
We're going to have the very latest on the effort to bring her home as your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. We do thank you for joining us as coverage you can count on begins in Aiken County, where the search for a missing 4-year-old continues.
Javelia Harris was last seen Tuesday night in the area of Hillsborough Street and Ridgecrest Road. News Channel 6's Ryan Lynch joins us now with the latest on the investigation. Ryan?
Aiken County Sheriff Marty Sawyer spoke to the media about the search as it continues. It's been almost 48 hours since 4-year-old Javelia Harris went missing. More than 200 law enforcement officers and first responders are involved in the search, including SLED and the FBI. The public is not being asked to join the ground searches yet, and crews are still conducting a grid search to avoid contamination or missed evidence.
Be vigilant. Search your own properties anywhere that you think a small child might hide. We're not asking for the public's help with our search as of yet. We have trained personnel and assets that know the procedures to conduct logistical searches.
The search continues by ground and air as it grows to over 3,000 acres covered. And right now, Sheriff Sawyer says there is no evidence of an abduction and that she may have wandered off on her own. As this is a developing story, News Channel 6 will continue to provide updates as they come. Live in Aiken County, Ryan Lynch, WJBF, News Channel 6.
And so here's what you can do. Ryan, we do appreciate you. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office says that if you have any information, they would love to receive it and take it from there. You can call a special phone number, 803-502-5200.
Sheriff Marty Sawyer says that the Sheriff's Office has set up a website for anyone in the community to submit any video that is relevant to this investigation. We have that link on our website, WJBF.com.
And it's another very hot day. High temperatures are in the low to middle 90s. 94 in Augusta, now at 97 in Allendale. Wrightsville, you're at 93. 94 in Waynesboro, 96 in Sparta. And of course, it is feeling hotter than that. When you factor in the dew points sitting in the 60s and 70s, we have a heat index up to 106 in Lincolnton, 104 in McCormick and Evans, a little bit lower down in some of our southern counties. We do have an east to slightly northeast wind coming in. That's trying to push in some drier air. You can see those dew points in the upper 60s for some of us, but anywhere where we're seeing dew points at 70 or up to 74 degrees, that's where we're really seeing that higher heat index over the triple-digit mark. As for satellite and radar, we are clear and dry. However, we do have one stronger storm I'm watching near Newberry, and that could potentially be tracking into Saluda, Edgefield, McCormick County. So keeping an eye on that. But overall, a beautiful day. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Thompson, where Freedom Blast is happening tonight at the Thompson McDuffie Government Complex, 6 to 10 p.m. Temperatures, no surprise, are going to stay hot. Even at the 8 o'clock hour, we'll still be at the 90-degree mark. Looking ahead to the next few days, heat index up to 108. Friday through Sunday. Now have more details on your holiday weekend forecast coming up. And back to you.
All right, Jenna, thanks so much. Columbia County deputies say traffic may be the biggest safety challenge this holiday weekend as many families head out to celebrate. Jartavius Edmond has more.
And for many of those families, that means hitting the road. Whether it's heading to the lake or a fireworks show, deputies say patience and paying attention could go a long way. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office says they expect heavier traffic heading toward Clark Hill Lake as holiday travel picks up across the county.
That being said, we're going to specialize in areas as far as our main roadways with patrols.
Major Andy Shedd says with that comes the need for drivers to slow down and stay alert.
Normally, 4th of July sees an influx of people heading for recreational activities that the lake offers, and I think traffic will be a big issue. So with that being said, we want to encourage everyone to watch your speed, pay attention to the roadway, and obviously do not drink and drive.
Deputies say the goal is simple: keep people safe while they enjoy the holiday. In Columbia County, Jartavius Edmond, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Augusta Fire also reminding families to slow down and think safety before lighting fireworks. During a demonstration today, they showed us how quickly things can go wrong if fireworks are not handled properly. From lighting them too close to homes to letting children handle them without grown-ups nearby, many of the problems they see start with simple mistakes.
A hose, a bucket of water, an extinguisher, that's what they should have nearby.
We've got our safety equipment nearby. We've got a bucket of water. We've got a fire extinguisher.
If a firework malfunctions and you get a dud, leave it alone. Don't look over into the tube. Don't touch it. Wait 20 minutes and then put it in water or soak it in water. That's it. Immediately, if someone gets injured, that's an EMS emergency. We want them to immediately call 911 so we can get someone there, treat them, to help them.
And good advice there. And Augusta Fire reminds us just a little planning before the celebration starts can help prevent a trip to the emergency room.
Last night, Fort Gordon kicked off its Independence Day celebration. Folks on post enjoyed live music, food, and beautiful fireworks. The event also gave community members a chance to experience being on post firsthand. People we spoke with say the event wasn't just about celebrating America's history, but celebrating those who protect our freedom every day.
Hey, this is U.S. Armed Force. This is a place where everyone come out and celebrate and have a good time.
People in the crowd say the message on their minds after the event is simple. Happy birthday, America.
Yeah, we're all celebrating the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And in honor of that milestone, Kim Vickers takes a look at one of several battles of the American Revolution that happened right here.
April 19th, 1775, the first shots of the American Revolution.
Still ahead, HVAC units working overtime in this heat.
What you can do at home to keep your unit from failing after the forecast.
We are tracking the holiday heat dome. It is going to stay hot throughout the Independence Day weekend. Also very humid with the heat index up to 108. Then some rain chances could cool us down the slightest bit next week. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast when we return.
The live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com.
Coleman Services cares about our community, and our #1 priority this summer is keeping the AC on and the hot water flowing in your home or business. Coleman Services is proud to service the CSRA. Whether you're in Thompson, Harlem, Evans, Augusta, North Augusta, or beyond, call us anytime, day or night, 24/7, 365. At Coleman Services, you are our #1 customer. Coleman Services, your plumbing, heating, and AC pros.
Don't snooze on Ashley's Stars and Stripes Ashley.
Hey, Green Jackets fans, when you're at the plate, there's nothing worse than striking out without ever swinging. You gotta make the most of your chances. And after a car accident, you can't just sit back, let life throw heaters at you, and do nothing. It's just too important. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. Call us. Let's load the bases and swing for the fences. Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, the official injury lawyers of the Augusta Green Jackets. 706-724-7224.
Think you've heard everything on your favorite show? On Family Ties, ever notice how Alex doesn't really sound like he's from Ohio?
Me?
Like he's from...
tomorrow morning. Tomorrow. Sorry, Mom. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Alex, it's sorry.
Sorry. Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
From, Canada. Maybe that's because Michael J. Fox is from Canada, eh?
Tomato, tomato.
Take a closer look and listen at Antenna TV.
Antenna TV. Back to school is right around the corner. Help United Way at the CSRA and News Channel 6 stuff the bus by donating much-needed school supplies to local students and teachers. Drop off your donations at Television Park in Augusta, now through July 17th. Your support helps students and teachers right here in our community. Proudly presented by News Channel 6. United Way of the CSRA, and Our Children First and Giving Your Best Partners.
Attention viewers, CW6 is now available today on Fubo. It's never been easier to watch all your favorite CW shows, sports, talk, reality, and so much more. CW6. Watch it today on Fubo. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It's a hot and dry day across the CSRA. However, just to the north of us, we do have one storm. Actually, a special weather statement with this now until 5:30, and that's for the threat of 50 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts. This storm is moving southwest pretty slowly at 10 miles per hour. So heads up if you're in the northern portion of Saluda, Edgefield, or McCormick County. I do think this storm will start to weaken by the time it gets to us, but you can see now a severe thunderstorm warning was issued as it's still strengthening for a little bit longer. We have a lot of lightning here, so McCormick, Edgefield, and Saluda, you may start to hear some thunder, and that heavy rain could be moving in shortly. Our satellite and radar showing high pressure in control. This is the heat dome, and with all the heat and humidity, we do have those pulse pop-up showers and storms across the area, but here in the CSRA, we're mostly dry. Sitting at 94 degrees, we have a lot of 90s on our map. 99 in New York and Boston, record-breaking heat and an extremely high heat index, especially for that part of the country. 109 is what it's currently feeling like in Washington. Here in the CSRA, the heat isn't even quite that bad. But our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Philadelphia showing beautiful skies, but boy, it is hot there, and a much hotter forecast than how it was back in 1776. Thomas Jefferson actually recorded the forecast on Independence Day. He took these weather observations, and you can see it was a cooler day, very pleasant, with high temperatures only in the 70s. But this year, Philadelphia could be at 101 degrees on the 4th of July. Once again, even hotter than it's going to be down here, but all of us are under the influence of this holiday heat dome. That is going to lock in the heat with those heat advisories, excessive heat warnings, all continuing as we go into the holiday weekend. So the pink color here is an extreme heat warning. Down here in the two-state, we have a heat advisory. That's going to be in effect until 8 p.m. for a few of our counties. This is until 8 p.m. Saturday for the heat index up to 108 degrees. And I am expecting that same heat index all the way up until around Monday of next week. Now, the actual high temperatures are also on the rise. We're going to see upper 90s tomorrow. Some places could even hit the triple-digit mark for the actual temperature. In the morning tomorrow, starting out in the low 70s, plenty of sunshine, not expecting any rain. You can see we'll be at 98 degrees by the 5 o'clock hour. So beautiful conditions for a fireworks show. We have Mad Anthony's fireworks show tomorrow in Burke County from 6 to 10 p.m., staying hot and muggy at night. Here's what your hour-by-hour forecast there. We're going to see those highs in the low 90s by 8 p.m. and then upper 80s by the 9 o'clock hour. But here's our setup for the rest of the week. Down here in the CSRA, we do have a slightly drier air that's moving in with that high pressure driving in a northeast wind. So luckily, it'll still be muggy, but still not as humid as it could be. We're not going to have extreme heat warnings, but those heat advisories will continue. And with that drier air, we're not expecting any rain on Friday or Saturday. Then on Sunday, we will have rain chances of just 10%, increasing to around 30 to 40% as we go into next week. But definitely good news that it's not going to be a washout for the holiday. Just be sure to stay hydrated, stay in the shade, in the AC as much as possible. And next week, we're not getting a whole lot of relief. Highs are going to stay in the mid-90s, but of course, we will see those rain chances, and that could cool us down in some spots.
All right, Jenna, thanks. And how about that heat causing stress on HVAC systems everywhere? Technicians say yes, when the units work harder, there's a better chance they'll break down. One of the main reasons units give out these days is because of a lack of maintenance in the off-season.
They're not changing their filters. They're not cleaning their coils. They're not actually doing the necessary work that's needed to be able to take care of their systems for the long haul.
Techs say you should keep your house around 72 to 74 degrees. Julie means, are you listening? That lowers the risk that the units will fail, and try to keep shrubs and weeds away from the unit as well.
She's going to be mad at you, Brad.
She's going to be so mad.
Up next, a big win for Team USA.
A recap of their win over Bosnia after the break.
After my motorcycle crash.
That does it for us for this half hour. There is more coverage you can count on at 5:30.
Including dangerous heat across the nation, how you can stay safe this holiday weekend. After the break.
After the accident, my husband...
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Attention viewers, CW6 is now available today on Hulu. It's never been easier to watch all your favorite CW shows, sports, talk, reality, and so much more. CW6. Watch it today on Hulu. The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping today's headlines, officers have already searched more than 3,000 acres on foot for missing 4-year-old Javea Harris. The FBI, SLED, Highway Patrol, and several other local and state agencies are all assisting. The Sheriff's Office is asking anyone for information on this investigation to call the tip line. For that number, go to WJBF.com. And if you need access to air conditioning, cooling centers and recreation centers are open. They include May Park, Bernie Ward, Warren Road, and the Carrie J. Mays Community Center. A full list of locations is available on WJBF.com. And also, you're told to drink plenty of water throughout the day and avoid strenuous activity during the hottest part of the day. Also in Richmond County, the city of Augusta wants your input on the proposed data center. 3 public hearings will be held to review a draft of the ordinance. City leaders want to create a comprehensive zoning ordinance for data centers. The first hearing will be Tuesday at 3 p.m. in the municipal building on Telfair Street. We'll have more on these headlines at 6, but first. Today is expected to be the busiest day at airports around the country as people get ready to celebrate the 4th of July. ABC's Olivia Rubin has all the details on the travel crush and some tips on how to beat it.
The holiday weekend is almost here, and AAA is expecting more than 72 million travelers, breaking records from previous years.
We're expecting it to be a really busy holiday weekend, with the 4th falling on a weekend. That always increases the numbers we're going to see.
And in the skies, today expected to be the busiest travel day of them all. TSA projecting to screen more than 3 million passengers, with more than 50,000 flights set to take off. Airlines also reporting high numbers. American Airlines saying it will serve 8.1 million customers over the July 4th period. That's 10% more than 2025. And United Airlines alone projecting 550,000 passengers every day.
We wanted to be home before the 4th of July to beat the rush and then be home over the 4th.
And millions hitting the road too. More than 61 million people will travel somewhere by car, according to AAA. Experts say drivers looking to beat the traffic should hit the roads early. The worst time today, between 2 and 6 p.m. Today, also the busiest day for picking up a rental car, according to Hertz. Demand highest in Orlando, Boston, Denver, Los Angeles, and New York. Car rentals also 10% more expensive than last year.
Driving is still cheaper than flying for most people. Filling up the tank once or twice during their road trip is probably going to be less expensive than buying a flight somewhere.
And with so many Americans feeling that economic pinch right now, Expedia saying searches using their budget filter have skyrocketed, up more than 1,200% over last year. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Health experts say one of the dangers for children playing outside in the extreme heat is that they often don't realize when they start to feel too hot. Doctors say it's important for parents and caretakers to know the early signs of heat illness and what to look for.
A lot of times you can tell that they look flushed, they may look red. You could even just feel their skin and they'll feel hot. If you were to check their temperature, you'd also notice that their core temperature would be high. And similar to having a fever, like they're sick, but it's because of the heat of being outside.
If you and your little ones are heading outside, don't forget to pack some extra water, take breaks in the shade, and also reapply sunscreen frequently. And it's time now for a first look at our forecast, our weather outside, and Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petrot. Breaks in the shade and also reapply sunscreen frequently. And it's time now for a first look at our forecast, our weather outside, and Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci joins us now. It's very hot.
Yeah, Dee, and not only is it hot, but it's humid, and that's a big problem when it comes to the threat of heat stress and heat illness. You can see whenever we have low humidity, that drier air allows moisture to evaporate, which cools the body. But today we have pretty high dew points, so that means it is humid outside. Moist air limits evaporation, which makes us feel uncomfortable, meaning that sweat evaporation slows down. So it's very important that you remember to stay in the shade as much as possible, in the AC, and of course stay hydrated, because you can see these dew points are in the 70s for the most part. Where we're seeing dew points in the upper 60s, that means the heat index isn't quite as high. Notice Waynesboro, Sylvania, Millen at a heat index of 99, but with those dew points in the 70s, we're seeing the heat index up to around 106 in Saluda, and those actual temperatures into the upper 90s in some spots north of I-20. We're in the 90s across the board, so whether it's low 90s or upper 90s, this is still very, very hot, and the winds are coming out of the east. We're seeing very light winds, only up to around 8 miles per hour in Edgefield, but where we're seeing those higher wind gusts would be within this storm just to the north of our viewing area. This is a severe thunderstorm warning until 6 p.m. for Greenwood County, and this is just to the north of McCormick, Edgefield, and Saluda counties. I do think it'll weaken by the time it gets into our viewing area, but heads up, if you are in those counties, you may see some rain and you may hear some thunder. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam now in Thompson. A beautiful day despite the heat, which means it will be a nice night for the fireworks show tonight. We have Freedom Blast at Thompson McDuffie Government Complex. We're going to be in the mid-80s still by the 9 o'clock hour. So a very hot and muggy night ahead, and hot days sticking around as we go into the holiday weekend. I'll have more details on your 4th of July forecast coming up, but back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. Fireworks can also be pretty scary for our fur babies at home. Veterinarians say if your pet is already on anti-anxiety meds, make sure to refill the prescriptions days in advance. They also suggest to use thunder shirts, thunder vest, or a weighted blanket to help calm them down. Experts also say there are signs to watch out for.
If you're noticing that you can't calm them down, they can't sit down, they're panting and getting to the point where they're turning almost blue, those are all signs to bring your pet to the emergency room right away.
Veterinarians also suggest to make sure your pet's microchipped and tagged, and that they're up to date in case they manage to get out of the house. Summer cookouts could cost you more this year as beef prices continue to Washington. Coming up, Taylor Swift could be starting her own fireworks this weekend, and if you're looking forward to the fall, you are going to enjoy this new fallish show. Stay with us.
And our northern counties are the hottest today for a change. You can see a couple places did make it to the triple-digit mark. These are our recorded high temperatures powered by Tempest. Edgefield County showing 100 over at Fido's Farm. The rest of us in the upper 90s, but then in Columbia County, we also had Sussex Drive reach 100 degrees. I'll have more details on your forecast after what's trending.
July 4th, 2020. Time and temperature brought to you by Peachtree Pest Control, protecting what matters most.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for a look at what's trending. It's the most anticipated wedding of the year. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are expected to get married this weekend in New York City. The festivities are happening at Madison Square Garden. Perry Russum is in New York with more.
The countdown is on to what could be the wedding of the summer. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, one of the most famous couples in the world, rumored to be getting married at the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden. Today, forklifts carrying heavy cargo kept under wraps. Black SUV seen driving in and out of the loading dock.
So this is the loading dock where we've seen supplies brought in all week. We know permits have been filed to shut down streets around MSG. This is for both cars and pedestrians.
Sources say the first event will be tonight at 6 p.m. 100 guests are expected. A second event is tomorrow with a cocktail hour starting at 4 p.m. Around 1,000 guests are expected.
I mean, it's definitely a one-of-a-kind sort of thing. I don't know that anybody's ever done it.
The pop star's fans are still trying to figure out whether the wedding ceremony is really happening here or not.
I definitely thought that you weren't going to hear about it until after it happened. It's weird that we kind of know that it's going to happen beforehand, but no, she'll definitely take the spotlight for it, that's for sure.
And sources say there are some rules, no phones allowed for guests, security, or workers, and they're also going to have some canopies up protecting people as they arrive away from the view of cameras. Harry Russell, ABC News, New York.
Dolly Parton knows a thing or two about being on the road, so she threw her name behind a new truck stop. The country legend did the honors herself, cutting the ribbon for the grand opening week for Dolly's Tennessean travel stop, located in Cornersville, about an hour south of Nashville off I-65. It's not your average truck stop, though. Looks pretty cool. You know, I love Miss Dolly, so I got to find my way to that Miss Dolly's truck stop. Some new projects are in development at Netflix. Andy Riesmeyer has the latest.
We start with this. The late Gene Wilder's voice is being used in a new project for Netflix.
If you want to view.
For his lead role in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, now his voice will be heard in Netflix's new unscripted reality show, Wonka's the Golden Ticket. The streamer dropped a first look just a couple days ago. Let's watch.
For the first time in decades, I'm opening my beloved chocolate factory.
He never said those words. AI was used, of course. The recreation reportedly was approved by Wilder's estate, but many online expressing dissatisfaction with the concept. Wonka's the Golden Ticket premieres on September 23rd on Netflix. And a TV icon is returning to the show. He starred in for 18 seasons.
What did you just say? Nothing inappropriate, I hope. You want to threaten someone? You can threaten me. Not the people I work with.
Mark Harmon is returning to the NCIS universe. He'll be joining this third season of NCIS Origins for a story arc that will last the entire season. Of course, Harmon starred as Leroy Jethro Gibbs for 18 seasons on NCIS. This is his third appearance on the spin-off series, though it'll be the first time his character is a part of the entire story. The actor is also an executive producer on the series and narrates each episode of Origins. He also appeared in the premiere of the show. The new season will air Tuesday nights on CBS in the fall. With your entertainment report in Hollywood, I'm Andy Riesmeyer.
Up next, Jenna is tracking your forecast. Don't go away.
This is our call to inaction, to answer the...
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Here's the latest on Live Viper 6. Most of us bone dry and hot. However, we do actually have a severe thunderstorm warning that is now expanded into McCormick and Lincoln counties. This is a new update, so that first warning lasts until 6 p.m., and that was outside of our viewing area. And now the National Weather Service has went ahead and expanded that into McCormick and Lincoln counties, and that's because it is moving southwest at 10 miles per hour. So you can see that new warning goes until 6:45 p.m. Of course, it's this cell here around Greenwood and 96 that's producing heavy rain, tons of lightning, and it has the possibility of producing wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So please be very careful if you are at Clarks Hill Lake. Not a safe place to be with all of this lightning. So please go ahead and take shelter. The storm is moving slowly at just 10 miles per hour, but it will be making its way to the lake very shortly. So go ahead and head inside if you are under this severe thunderstorm warning. That is once again until 6:45 p.m. for up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts for parts of Lincoln and McCormick counties. Now here's our satellite and radar. Looking at the nation view, we have high pressure in control. With the hot and humid conditions, it's very typical to see some pop-up showers and storms, and there's so much fuel that they are easily able to get strong to severe. So that's the only storm that we're tracking. The rest of the CSRA is dry, and we're all dealing with this triple-digit heat. Feeling like 100 in Augusta, 105 in Waynesboro, 107 in Lincolnton. And even though that rain's going to move in, it won't cool us down much. We're still going to stay very humid. Actual temperatures are in the 90s. We're up to 97 in Thompson, 94 in Augusta. And this is interesting to point out. Typically, Florida's our hot spot, of course, but 87 in Miami feels like a nice, cool fall day compared to what we're dealing with. And 99 in New York City. They are dealing with record-breaking heat. They were at 101 earlier, which did officially break the record at LaGuardia Airport. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview PM up in New York City, showing a lot of people out and about. I hope they're all staying hydrated. I'm seeing a lot of lightweight and light-colored clothing, which is great news. That's what you need to remember as we head into the holiday weekend. Wear that lightweight and light-colored clothing. Stay hydrated. Electrolytes are going to be your friend this weekend because we are tracking that holiday heat dome. High pressure staying in effect with those heat alerts in effect across the entire east half of the country. Now, for us in the CSRA, we have a heat advisory through 8 p.m. on Saturday for that heat index up to 108 degrees. High temperatures tomorrow are going to be topping off in the upper 90s. A lot of us hitting 99 degrees. Starting out your morning in the low 70s, we'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day with winds out of the east-southeast. Tomorrow, it will be a nice dry night for Mad Anthony's fireworks show in Waynesboro. That's great news. Just still staying very hot and muggy. As the night goes on, we will be at 97 at 6 p.m. when the event starts, 88 by the 9 o'clock hour. But we are going to continue to stay hot and dry this weekend. A little bit of drier air moving in, though, will at least make us stay clear of extreme heat warnings. The heat index still up to around 108 this weekend. Not expecting any rain for your Friday or Saturday. And then on Sunday, we will have that 10% chance of rain. Rain chances increasing as we go into next week to around 30 to 40%. So I'm glad it's staying dry for everyone's holiday plans, but eventually those rain chances next week will be beneficial to continue to help us stay out of the drought. You can also see it's staying hot next week, so we're hoping those rain chances increase a bit to cool us down, Dee. But even with the rain, like I mentioned earlier, it still stays humid.
Oh, yikes. Get ready. Thanks so much. Well, 3 Bengal tiger cubs are the newest stars at a Kansas wildlife park. We'll have more on this story when we come back.
New 4-door ramps from...
The #1 place to start your day is on the #1 entertainment talk show, Live with Kelly and Mark.
Come on, stop it.
Love your walkout when you come on this show.
Just
You want me to do it again?
No. You are wrong, Mark.
The #1 place for your morning is on the Emmy-winning Live with Kelly and Mark.
That math all makes sense to me.
Weekday mornings at 9 on News Channel 6.
Saturday, the run to the playoffs heats up on the CW. As the NASCAR O'Reilly Series hits Chicagoland.
Burn it down, buddy.
Where every lap counts. And the pressure's on. Where NASCAR's newest superstars compete for the remaining playoff slots.
Way to fight, buddy.
And a chance at a title. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Coverage begins Saturday at 4:30 on CW6.
Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
Be the first to know with the Live Viper 6 mobile app.
New Jeep Grand Cherokees. Save over $9,200. JeepCheap.com. New Dodge Charger RTs from $47,700. New Ram Crew Cabs. Discounted over $11,500. Shop JeepCheap.com. Thompson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat makes buying easy.
3 Bengal tiger cubs at a Kansas wildlife park, and one of them is already proving to be very loud. The cub arrived June 11th, 2 males and 1 female. It's the first tiger litter there in several years. Keepers are hand-raising all 3 around the clock in the carnivore nursery. Bengal tigers are endangered in the wild, so every birth helps the species to survive. I don't know if we can hear them, but I guess one of them's yelping a lot, and I don't think we have any sound there, but I bet it sounds so cute, but really loud. But they sure are cute, though. That's our time for now, but we have more coming up at 6, including the FBI, SLED, Highway Patrol, and several other local and state agencies, all assisting with finding 4-year-old Judea Harris. That and more coming up next with Brad and Jenny.
Closed captioning on News Channel 6 is sponsored by Hearing Associates of South Carolina.
Count on the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network. Powered by Tempest.
Got in an accident. I knew I was